Yesterday, a child came out to wonder.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Megan Victoria. My name is Megan. I'm a pro makeup artist, and today we went really glam. So I got my hair done today, so you know, I definitely wanted to do like a cute makeup look. I also just didn't know what I wanted to film, but I was like looking through a few of my photos on Instagram like a few years back, and I was like, damn girl, you wore a lot of makeup back then. My makeup style's definitely softened, but I kind of wanted to just like for fun like go back to that crazy like super glam kind of vibe. Also, I thought this was kind of good for like holiday season because realistically Halloween's this week and then magically we're all going to be into the holiday season. So this is such a pretty holiday look. It's super glam, super like shimmery and sparkly, and just like I used this hashtag palette from Violet Voss, and this used to be my go-to palette, and like these three colors were always my vibe. So I've done many looks like this, but I love these colors. I have definitely a few looks on my channel with this kind of color scheme. But anyway, I just love it. I hope you guys enjoy. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Let me know what you think down below. Let me know if you want to see more natural looks or if we're into these hella glam. Going into the holiday season, I always feel like I go extra glam with my makeup, so that's like super fun. But anyway, this is our look, this is our vibe. I hope you enjoy, and let us get started. Okay, so I think we're gonna start with eyes first. I'm gonna take a little concealer. I'll just work that in. Whenever it's like a really like heavy eyeshadow look, I definitely like to, you know, really pack on that concealer because this is the base of our entire look. If I was doing something super bright, I may pop on the like white, you know, NYX shadow base or just something super light, but we're doing like color, we're not doing like bright neon, so this is like totally adequate. It's like, we're gonna go into the hashtag shade, so this bright ass orange, and we are going to work this like on / right above the crease. For the shape, I'm just really gonna follow the natural curvature of my eye. I'm not focusing on like bringing it out or anything, just going to focus that natural shape. So wiggling my brush right in my socket and going back and forth. Always easy when you can kind of just use one palette. So let's just grab the crystal shade right up here, just kind of a shimmery white. It's very shimmery, and I'm just going to pop that on as my brow bone shade. Maybe even just take a little bit of the Thanks a Latte. It's more of a satin finish rather than like a super sparkly finish. I'll just tone that down a tiny bit, and then grab your little orange brush and just blend the two together. Okay, next we're gonna go into the shade Wine and Dine, this gorgeous cranberry. It's so pretty, and this is what we're gonna use to build up the depth in the crease. So I just take it on a smaller brush. I'm going to work that right in the crease. This is a super pigmented shade, and it's just so pretty. And like I do everything is above the crease. I don't necessarily have like a hooded eye, but I have some hood when I like relax my eyes. So I want that like really beautiful gradation. So I like to apply everything just above my eyes so I can see it a lot more. And then I'm just gonna grab the orange brush and just blend this all together. I always find if I use like the same palette when I'm doing a lot of like color mixing that I just get such a beautiful blend, and that's obviously because like the formula is the same. They were literally made to work with each other, so it's just kind of like an added, I don't know, like security blanket of knowing like this is all gonna work out if I use like the same palette. Okay, again, I want to deepen up, so I'm going to go into the Wine and Dine and then a little bit into Teddy Bear, so it's this purpley shade. You can choose, you know, you can go straight into the Teddy Bear and like go deep and deep, but I'm a little baby and I like to just like go really slowly and build up my, you know, depth. So I'm just going to take that same shade and I'm going to really push it into the crease, focusing a little bit more now on the outer corner than bringing it straight in because I don't want it like too dark like on top of my eye. I definitely like things kind of be pulled out a bit more. So I'm just gonna do that, but I'm not necessarily going like for the whole outer V yet. I'm just gonna kind of work this in the crease and then slowly bring it in as we get there. And just go back to your little orangey brush and just work that all together. It's kind of just like a foolproof way of getting a really good color mix, and then you don't really have to be super precise or careful because you just know it's all gonna work together. All right, so I'm gonna bring out the iconic Subculture palette. We're gonna grab the shade All Star, just because this has got some hella pigment and I want something nice and deep and red. So I'm gonna work that as our like outer corner color, and you can see how much depth that has because it's like a matte pressed pigment. So again, be pretty careful because these are pressed pigments. They are not eyeshadows. Eyeshadows have like soft binders and they make them really, you know, blendable and lovely. But these guys you gotta work with a little bit more. So these are just straight up pressed pigments. I like to kind of take mine into the center just a little bit, so you're almost kind of doing that like eyeliner look. And then instead of going in with the orange brush, because with these you need a little bit more precision, I'm gonna just take that little purpley brush that we've been using, a little bit smaller, and I'm gonna use this to diffuse the color. And then you can go in with a little bit of the orange. And I'm going underneath it and above it. I'm just really gonna try and make sure this is nice and blown out. For color mixing, like when you're doing like a really, you know, good color blend, I'm definitely the type to just like add a little, blend a little, add a little, blend a little. So I just kind of go back and forth for a while until I'm happy with what we're creating. I don't always find cut creases super necessary. So even for this, I think I'd rather go for a more blendy look, and I just think keeping it soft and pretty is really nice. Now I do want to kind of manipulate the color a little bit later on. So first I'm going to start with a light pinky shade. I'm going to use the shade Charmer right here. It's just a really pretty pink, so it's going to kind of just go with the undertones of all the colors that we've been using. And I'm just going to kind of press this on almost like I was doing a cut crease. Like I really want some good pigment, and then I'm gonna kind of stop when I get to the crease and stop when I get to all this smokiness, because we're gonna blend that out a little bit later. Also, you can't forget the inner corner. I love a good light and bright inner corner. Okay, so because it is shimmer, it's gonna kind of have a bit of a messier texture to start, and you'll see like the shimmer is gonna get up here. I don't necessarily want that. So I'm gonna just take my little brush and kind of create a little bit more of a crease, basically being like, hey shimmer, stay in your assigned position. Thank you so much. And then just kind of soften it all. And we'll blend in the purple into the shimmer, just so it's like colorful but still kind of smoky. Okay, so like I said, I want to manipulate the shimmer. I have this stunning liquid eyeshadow that I want to end up using, and it's much more golden. So to kind of get the gold to look a bit more natural beside all the purples, I want to kind of add a little bit of like something brown to kind of just bring in that tone. So we're gonna go back to our Violet Voss palette. I have, you know what, that guy could be really pretty. We're gonna mix brownie points, this brown and these two. So a little bit of shimmer just to kind of blend with everything. I'm gonna lightly hold my brush pretty far back. I'm gonna just work in a little bit that brown. Now we've done that, I'm gonna pop on this gorgeous liquid shimmer. This is from Quo. It's so pretty, but it's super golden. So we're gonna really warm things up now. And this is what I'm saying with the like liquid cut crease. You really don't need to do a whole cut crease, because this friggin' shimmer is going to 100% look like you cut creased. And if you make a mistake like that, it's fine. We're gonna make it work. What else is new? When are we not making a mistake, honestly? I think I'm gonna take a clean brush for this, because I need something that's gonna manipulate the product well without kind of changing it. So I'm just gonna take a clean brush and just kind of stamp it around. And once I know where I'm placing it, I'm gonna take a little bit more, basically focusing on the shape now. So let's bring this just a little bit above, cut crease style, and then bring it a little bit over, but now like on an angle, so it's gonna still keep lifting the eye up. Okay, so we're definitely gonna have to blend in the gold. So let's go, let's use a little bit of this guy, Toffee, and then maybe a little bit Bat My Eyes just to like calm it down a bit. And then I'm just gonna press this on the outer corner of the gold. I don't think it's gonna blend too much just because it's like a very liquid shadow that, like, you know, dries down. So it's more like pressing this on top, and then with like light motions you can kind of blend it. Yeah, see, that kind of blended it a bit. And then we'll bring the toffee shade in a little bit. I think that looks actually really nice. And that brings a little bit more of a bronze tone. I'm gonna actually bring that in a fair bit. I would say like the center over is like the toffee. That looks so cute. That looks so cute. Okay, fab. And then I want to add a little bit of deepness and make sure it's nice and deep. So let's just take the Wine and Dine On Point, or the teddy bear, whatever it is. And I'm literally taking this on like a little lipstick brush because I just want to carve, essentially. Guys, this is coming together. Hell yeah. And I feel like we haven't done this in a while. Let's just grab a little bit of orange and just ensure that our blend is gorgeous and orange. I want to do a little bit more to the outer corner now. So I'm gonna just grab, we'll just grab the teddy bear shade, just that deep purple, and just make sure that outer corner is staying deep, and our little brush to blend it out. This won't be able to be one of my looks where I'm like, oh, and a shadow liner, totally fine. No. So let's do that. Just a nice, clean black line. All right, I'm just gonna pop on some lashes and then we'll move on to the face. Okay, so we're back. We're a little glam, like just a tad. Okay, so let's do some foundation. Finally, we get to use flawless filter. I feel like it's been a hot minute because all the looks I've been doing lately have not required glowy skin, which is crazy. But we get to use flawless filter. Exciting. I'm also going to be using the NARS foundation in Punjab. I love this foundation, and you really don't need a lot of it, and it's so beautiful. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit of that, and I'm gonna just kind of go to town with this. This is one thing I don't like about doing your eyes first. It's like then you have to be way more careful with foundation, where usually I'm just like poof. So let's blend this in. Like, look how flawless that is though. Like, oh, so good. And then a little bit of flawless filter just to add in that glow back, and it's just like perfection. Okay, perfect. Let's grab a little salmon concealer. You'll notice I don't really put foundation underneath the salmon concealer because, like, I want, you know, least amount of product under the eyes as possible, because that's definitely where things can crease and get heavy, and exactly where we don't want. We want our under eyes light and bright, light in texture and light in color. So I just want to put that salmon concealer there, like so. Warm that up, and then we can go into the Dermablend Concealer. And again, I've been loving this concealer. It's phenomenal. I'm gonna take it right up. I'm gonna go a little bit around the nose, down the nose. Right here, I'm getting a little redness. It's kind of like, I wouldn't usually use this much concealer, but when we're doing such a friggin' glam look, then it's like you have to top up the foundation, so you have to top up the concealer, and you have to top up literally everything. So we're just going to work that in. And as always, I try and leave my under eyes for the last part, because the product will kind of dry down a little bit, and then I'll get even more of an opaque, good coverage underneath. We'll take that up, and again, you gotta be careful about your eyeliner now, which is annoying, but it's fine. I'll sometimes just like roll the sponge so I don't change like the angle of the shadow or anything. That kind of can help me sometimes. And then pretty immediately, I just will take the product just while things are kind of drying down, so I can, you know, manipulate it, and I'll just get that little bit of extra blend, because I don't want it just stopping randomly. Okay, let's get some contour action. So our 6.5 shade, I'm gonna put this a little higher on my cheekbones. I just want to play around with this. I saw this girl doing it on TikTok, and I was like, that seems very backwards, but like, we'll try it. And then I'll just go around my hairline. We'll blend it in. How do I feel? Like, I guess the whole idea is you're raising your cheekbone, but I don't really focus on raising my cheekbone because my cheekbone's very high. It's more focusing on contouring this so it's slimmer. So I guess, like she was talking if she has a round face, so I guess that this almost like cuts your cheekbone off and makes it a bit more angular, so like I get it. I like cheeks. I'm like, I'm not trying to cut my cheeks off. Like, I want high cheekbones. I just don't want the like heavier part underneath the cheekbones, I guess. It's all just very interesting. I really enjoy TikTok for like seeing people's different makeup styles. I find it very intriguing. Also follow me on TikTok. I love TikTok. I post on it all the time. So, and it's a lot more like quick little makeup tips. So if you just want like something quick and easy, that's where that'll be. Okay, I have been loving the Laura Mercier honey powder. This is technically for like medium skin tones for like, you know, setting your under eyes and baking and all that. So I can't really do it for my under eyes, but this all over the face, I just think is like the most smooth, beautiful powder. So this really kind of matches the golden tone that I always go for. So I just love to smooth this over, and the texture of this is just like so soft and smooth. And then whatever's like left over, I can kind of sweep it under the under eyes, and it's not like a big deal. But I typically will then just go into my Charlotte Tilbury powder, grab whatever's there, and then just sweep that under the under eyes. And then all over, just gonna grab my Buxom and just kind of trace wherever that 6.5 Bare Minerals shade was. I know I'll want more of this later, but we'll just start off with a little bit of my NARS Laguna. But I like to take this and run this more like an actual contour, so like right in the hollows of the cheeks, and then sweep it up into the temple. Yeah, I prefer contouring a little lower because I think then it just smooths and slims this part rather than like trying to take away my cheek. Whatever's left over, I'll just take into the forehead. And a little bit of Orgasm X because this blush is so pretty. Like a little bit though. I'm gonna just apply that to the backs of the cheeks and then up. So right at the apple and then up to the temple. I'm not gonna bring it too much into the face because I am definitely going for that more glam look, and when I do that glam look, I like to keep the center really light and bright. I am though gonna go over with my Pixi palette. I talk with this palette all the time. You guys know how much I love it. I'm just going to grab the peach shade and just sweep, and that just has like the most gorgeous peachy glow. Oh, it's so stunning. I would typically grab the Laura Mercier loose highlight, but I can't find it right now, so I'm just gonna grab a little bit of Champagne Pop, which actually will be really pretty because I do want a full-on glam glow. Oh, that looks so good with the cheeks. Like, these are some like orangey, pumpkin-y, peachy cheeks. And then of course, just right across the nose bridge and Cupid's bow. And then I do like to take, I'll pinch my brush and then just like whatever bronzer's left over, just bring that down my nose, because sometimes I feel like my nose can kind of get lost in the makeup because everything else is so intense. So I just like to do a tiny bit on the nose. Okay, so let's hop back to the under eyes. Now, essentially we're just gonna recreate what's happening, you know, up top. So first things first, I'm gonna go into this palette. We're gonna grab the orangey shade. I'm not gonna do it like, I want to do it pretty smoky and like thick, because I love when like the thickness matches the thickness below. I really like kind of sweep it out like that. I love when like the eyeliner's in, like actually inside the shadow. It's not like where it looks like you've done the tape trick kind of thing. Like I love when the eyeliner really looks like it's kind of engulfed in all the shadow. So I'm gonna run the shadow and then trace it along the bottom of the liner and like just like really sweep it out. You can also have like a powder brush on standby just to keep it, you know, a little bit contained. Then we'll just grab the Wine and Dine red shade on a little bit of that smaller brush and get this right near the lash line. Like truly we want the red underneath, but we want that orange just to like have it fade out. And just take that red and bring it flicking with the rest. Okay, so I'm just gonna apply mascara and do my brows, and then we'll continue on. We're having a really good brow day, and I just would like everyone to appreciate this because like not too shabby whatsoever. My brow pencil, dull as shit. Maybe that's the secret. Who knows? Okay, so for lips, I feel like I just always want like a really like brown nude lip, and I feel like that's actually really smart with this look because it's gonna like ground it because it's so colorful. I think that's a smart idea. I don't want to do like pink. Like doing a deep lip could be really beautiful, but it's just like too much for me, obviously. So let's do something dark. I'm going to grab my NYX Lip Lingerie in After Hours, Ooh La La, and line my lips. And then I'll just take some brush and just kind of soften the lip liner. And it blends it into the lip. Honestly, the best one for this is the Nude Kate. It looks so good with these kinds of colors. So I'm just gonna grab some of that. And it still stays in that really peachy brown family. Oh my god, I love this freaking lip combo. Every time I do it, I'm like, And then you're just gonna blend everything together. And then you may have to go over just a little bit. Especially like right on the outer corner. As I've talked about multiple times, I don't have the patience to do it right the first time. So I always just resort to cleaning up with concealer. So I'm just going to grab a little concealer on the back of my hand and just clean up my lip edges. So pretty. I'm going to add a little bit of Nude Kate just to pop the center. And I think I'm going to do a gloss because when do I not? But let's use... This could be really pretty, but I think we're just going to go with the light gloss from the Maybelline. Let's just see. Yeah, it's just going to gloss it up, which is all we really want. God bless lip liner, honestly. All right, so let's finish this bad boy off with a little setting spray. And we'll just tap it all in. But that completes our final look. Alright guys, so here we are. This is the final look. She's glam, she's bold, she's colorful, she's so cute. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Mwah.